Quick warning in advance, some of the things that I do in this video to repair this switch are highly unorthodox and extremely unprofessional. Welcome back to the channel. In this video I'm going to be fixing a broken power window switch or electric window switch. If you want to skip through this video to the part that you're interested in, I put the timestamps in the video description. Just click the time and that will take you to that part of the video. The symptoms my problem. Sometimes the switch will work, sometimes it won't. And also when the window doesn't move up and down and you press the button, I'm getting a buzzing sound coming from the switch console. What I do in this video may work for you, it may not. I'm going to fix the switch with some ultra basic soldering techniques and some WD-40. I can see that there's two holes here, two screws here, two screws here. We're going to remove them and we're going to look at the mechanism inside and see if we can see anything that's obviously wrong with it. So it looks like we've got some clips here, so I can just now we'll pull it apart and we'll see what we've got inside the mechanism. The first thing that strikes me is these solder joints here. They look a bit dry, so I'll resolder these. I'm definitely not going to touch these ones that are not soldered from the factory. Solders here look decent. This looks okay. The resistors, soldering on the resistors looks alright. These look a little bit dry here, so I'll try and resolder those. Everything around here looks okay. Maybe these are a bit dry, so I'll just resolder them. Capacitors look perfect. I probably could have a look underneath this and see what we've got. I don't think there's going to be anything there, but let's see if we can pry off this from the bottom. This is the connector. Say that the pins come through to here, and these are the pins for the connector. This would entail desoldering this, because at the moment this connector, which is all this piece of plastic, is what's holding the board on. So we'll leave that for now. So you can see this is the mechanism. I push the button and it moves this back and forth, which is going to be moving this mechanism here. So I think I prefer to resolder these joints, touch up all the solder joints I think look a little bit iffy, and put it back together and see if that's made an improvement. So we'll just start off with these. Guys, I'm not a professional solderer, so if you are, maybe this is making you cringe. Try not to heat the board or heat the pin more than anything. So that's that. The resistor pads here look okay. I'm a bit disappointed that I can't get to the underneath of this board, because I think maybe underneath this it could be a problem, underneath this switch, but it is what it is. Feel free to cringe what I'm doing with this capacitor. To be fair, the rest looks alright. So that's my soldering done. So just a quick squirt of WD-40, maybe a quick squirt on the back, maybe a quick squirt on this one, and then we'll just put it back together, put it in the car, and we'll see if this has made any difference at all. And then one other thing I'll do is spray this with WD-40, the plug, because I might have to take this off again later. So moment of truth. Ignition on. Okay guys, no joy there, so we're going to have to take it apart again and see what it is. It sounds mechanical, so I'm thinking it's a relay problem. So I think this could be suspect. Sometimes you can take the cap off. This doesn't seem to be getting enough power. This could be horrible guys, but what I'm going to do is heat this up and see if we can bend it out. I'll try and bend it along here. So this is the bottom of the relay. It looks alright. I don't see any issues at all with the underside of this, unfortunately. As I am in here, I'm going to try and reflow some of these connectors anyway. You know, I can't make it any well. I say I can't make it any worse, we'll see. You know what they say, if the only tool you've got is your hammer, all the problems look like a nail. Well, my only tool really is soldering, so everything to me looks like a soldering problem. I'm pretty sure that this relay is the problem, honestly. I think I'd like to make a small hole in it so I can spray some WD-40 in it. Highly unorthodox shit going on here, guys. I've never seen a relay so full of stuff. I'm going to step too far, guys, on this relay. I think but nevertheless, let's see what happens now. Well, that's a miracle. It still works. I'll spray some WD-40 in here. These were a prime example of something that would have solder cracks or bad solder because they're attached to the connector, which maybe is under a bit of stress, so maybe there's a bit of cracking could happen. But what I didn't think about, got the window switches here. The switches are acting on this all the time. So also the solder joints where these switches connect to the circuit board is also a prime area for bad solder joints. WD-40 inside this relay. Just to eliminate that a problem, so it's got a bit of lubrication. Resoldered those three joints there. Now I just need to bend this back down. If this doesn't come back down perfectly, it was originally, I'll be filing a warranty claim with Nissan. Whew. It's come out surprisingly well. Maybe this mechanism is not as smooth as it could be. So let me put some extra WD-40 in there, and likewise the other one. Of truth number 3. That seems perfect now, at least for now, guys. So that seems to have fixed it. I think the general principles are the same for any window switch. Go into it, and the main thing to look out for is dry solder joints, and they're most likely to occur on components which connect the in-circuit board to the outside world. So what do I mean by that? The connector on the case, and obviously the buttons, where the buttons connect to the circuit board, you're pushing the buttons up and down, so that could be putting stress on the switch that's connected to the circuit board. So check for the dry solder joints around there. First places I would look, and then just look around the circuit board in general for any other dry solder joints that could happen, potentially happen anywhere. Capacitors are another easy one to spot. They should have a flat top on them. If they're expanded at the top, then the capacitors need to be changed. Give everything a good lube. WD-40 is my favorite. And as a beginner like myself, that's the most I can do really. I can't really go diagnosing circuits and what have you. But in this case, it's worked nice and reliable. I'm not getting that sound from the relay anymore, so potentially that sound from the relay could have been it getting insufficient voltage to trigger the switch inside it, maybe. But nevertheless, wherever it was, whether it was lubing the relay or reflowing the solder joints on the board. It appears to have worked, at least for now. So guys, that's the video. Enough rambling for me. As always, if you enjoyed it and you're not a subscriber already, please subscribe to the channel. If you are a subscriber already, thank you very much for subscribing to the channel. I really appreciate it. Look after yourself, and I'll see you again next time.
I'm feeling good right now, don't need you to call me again. I'm feeling like this, don't need you to call me again.